Hey guys, it's me Chandra and today's video is about yapping edition. So in this yapping edition, basically I'm just yapping. I just share whatever according to my opinion. And this time I will focusing for Wuthering Waves because it will launch soon. So this is kind of like the kick. And in here we will discuss about Wuthering Wave, not the drama, a lot of drama lately, but Wuthering Wave, it's not even released. But I will talk something that quite common people talking about, which is it actually Wuthering Wave is the solution for your burnout from Genshin Impact, and is it actually Wuthering Wave is TOF 2? So let's get started. So the first topic, which is it actually Wuthering Wave will be your solution for all the Genshin problem that a lot of people rise, even you are not a player of Genshin itself. Let's say maybe the artifact burnout, maybe you don't like the system, you don't like the gameplay, you feel too easy, something like that. I say in general it's very depends on what you are expect for this Wuthering Wave itself. So for me, I'm quite lucky enough that can enter CBT and then I can share what is the experience, and I also play Genshin from the day one, so I pretty much can explain for those both is these situations. And I can say, yeah, it can be yes and no in the end in the short story. So I will discuss yes, it can be the solution first. Yes, it can be the escape of your solution for your Genshin Burnout if you expect this game that you want to escape because you technically not really like Genshin gameplay itself because probably it's slow paced, because Genshin gameplay naturally is all about elemental reaction, so it's not really that fast paced. It's similar with Zelda Breath of Wild. Well, it's not super fast paced like you want to play like DMC Bayonetta near something like that. And yeah, I met a couple of the viewers that say they don't really like Genshin because it feels too slow. And especially if you expect more like technical skill, like let's say dodging and something like more technical, yes, in Genshin is pretty much lacking, especially when Zhongli come, it's even like brain dead, you don't even dodge anymore. So yeah, it's a lot more slow pace, not so much in-game skill. It's more like, we can say like back office, we formalize the team, and you know what the reaction, and then when you do execution you pretty much do the same thing. So yeah, it's pretty much like slow pace and some people don't really like it, and I understand and I feel it's reasonable too. So if you kind of want to escape from that because you prefer probably the gameplay that more fast paced, more like action, hack and slash, something like that, very intense, then yes, it can be your solution because Wuthering Wave is very fast paced. You need reflex, you need dodge, you need timing, you need like to maximize your rotation, your character DPS or something like that. It's a lot more fast paced. Even the switching character is a lot more smoother than Genshin, so it's a lot more fast paced. So yeah, it can be your solution from your Genshin Burnout. If you prefer like the fast paced combat, then yes, this game can be your solution because you may don't like the slow paced combat, something like that. Another thing that I want to stress that people mostly from Genshin kinda complain, which is, yeah, if you expect this Wuthering Wave will have more endgame, then yes, I can confidently say it will provide better and more endgames. And currently right now there's 3. 1 is permanent, 2 is kinda have reset, not really sure it's monthly or weekly, but it reset. So the first one, all that people already heard, like this hologram, right? So it's literally the hardest you need to fight the boss till the last difficulty. Tower Adversity is basically Spiral Abyss, and the last one similar like the roguelike, like Simulated Universe from Honkai Star Rail. So they technically already more when the launches, so that's actually already feels better. However, I want to remind you in here, although yeah, you will have more activity in Wuthering Wave, especially you have like capability to infinity time, like farming echo. As long you have friends or strangers that you want to join, you can basically farm this echo as long as you can. However, it doesn't mean that this game is fully like you can play like maybe over 10 hours per day, because in the end you still have stuff that time gated. I will give you an example. Let's say you can farm echoes. Echoes in here similar like artifact for your equipment. You can farm like 24/7, right? But for you to level up your echo, it's still time gated because the XP that you need, it's basically required from spending energy. So basically you maybe have 1000 of echo, but you cannot level up those 1000 of echoes. So because of that, it's kind of like no type of the game that you need to play like more than 10 hours. If you really want to play games like that very long, still don't, my advice, don't play gacha game. Play like MMORPG. It will give you more time for you to play. So yeah, Wuthering Wave, I think like they will give you better endgame, we will give you more playtime for you to play. However, it's not like massively increased from Genshin, probably just increase couple more hours from the Genshin. So don't expect like until it's super hardcore. And regarding difficulty, if you expect it will be harder than Genshin, then yes, it will be harder in general. However, don't again expect that this game will be like impossible to beat, because I saw some people kind of expect this kind of game is almost impossible to beat, like every single content will be one shot. No, that's not the case. They're pretty much same like Dark Souls equivalent type of difficulty, and that's only even like on certain mode. On just like overworld, it's relatively easy, so you don't expect every single things in this game is difficult. It's only on special certain mode that it will hard even. So it's not like kinda become a super hardcore, crazy, insanely omega hard for you to clear. No, it's kinda both. It has the easy difficulty, which mostly in overworld, and the one that around the same like Dark Souls kind difficulty, where it's mostly like hologram tower adversity, something like that. So overall, harder than Genshin, but manageable. And that was yes. Now we'll talk about why it's no actual the solution for Wuthering Wave. First thing is because the system and the routine that you will do in Wuthering Wave is pretty much the same with Genshin. Because I saw some of the comments just say like, yes, finally I can play Wuthering Wave because I'm tired with this artifact RNG burnout, something like that, farming never ending. If you expect it will fix in Wuthering Wave, sadly I have a bad news for you. That will be also the case in Wuthering Wave. You will face the same cycle. You will have the same routine where you spend your energy farming echo, although it's more that you can farm right with your friend world, something like that, because it really doesn't require energy. But when you want to leveling up and unlock the substat, it's also same like Genshin, where everything is just random. You can get low roll, high roll, you can unlock it suddenly. No crit, it's defense, you already get the right main stat, and suddenly just like HP defense. Yes, congratulations, we will have that also too in Wuthering Wave, because the one that they say they fix in their ecosystem, it's not basically fixing majority of the problem. The one that they're fixing is basically it's strongbox. If you familiar with Genshin, it's just offer your leftover echoes to become like generate a new echoes, but it's not really give you like something that guarantees substat or gives you XP, something like that. It's everything still pretty much the same. And also in this game, the main stat of this game is basically all of them is random. It's not like Genshin where flower and feather is already fixed. This is all 5 random, so it even somehow can be even worse. So that's basically the same thing that you will do your endgame from Genshin and endgame from Wuthering Wave. So I'm sorry, I don't want to lower down your kinda hype, but that's the reality. I don't want to you figure out later and you disappoint like, god damn it, I get scammed, I got like debated. It's basically just the same with Genshin. I just want to remind you starting for now, so you will not become like a lot more disappointing, because if you figure out like later, I think it will be more impactful. Because I was also same like that when I expect get into CBT2 and I feel like, yes, finally it will feels actually a little bit better than Genshin Farm. It's actually just the same. But in the end, like none of the game is perfect. The one that I'm looking for in Wuthering Wave, it's not because that farming. I'm mostly looking for because Genshin is slow paced. I like this because this is fast paced and this is involve more like parrying skill, something like that, and feels more intense like Genshin. So that's what I'm looking forward, not because this farming. And the last thing that I want to talk, which is I saw a lot of comment that when they see CBT2 is not really that polished, which is I agree. CBT2 in Wuthering Wave is not really that polished, and some people kind of disappointed and they say, yes, this is TOF2. If you don't understand what is TOF, this is Tower Fantasy. So that's Tower Fantasy is supposed to be like they say like Genshin Killer whatever when they release. And I played that game too. Like I'm so literally heart of steel. I still like very loyal until one whole full year. Although it's already buggy and all that stuff, because I say, oh, maybe the devils fix 1 year later. No, they haven't fixed it. Even it worse. Oh my god. And then some people people say yes, Wuthering Wave will become another TOF2. But I can confidently say, when even I already tried this CBT2, the quality of overall Wuthering Waves, aside the localization of course put aside, it already feels better than Tower Fantasy 1 year later that I still play. It's not even close. Wuthering Wave much better. It feels more polished at least. And that's the condition that I say it's even like Wuthering Wave is not polished. So imagine later when they release, it's supposed to be a lot much. The gap, it's even like higher from Tower Fantasy right now, so not even close, I say with my confidence. Even at the worst case, whatever that you really say, like, yeah, I will never beat Genshin, something like that, blah blah blah, I still believe it's still in the upper there, not even like in the Tower Fantasy level, maybe in the medium at the worst. So yeah, that's everything that I want to. So overall, it's not that my intention to want to compare, but it's just like I want to give you the rough idea like what this position is actually Wuthering Wave is, because Wuthering Wave is not technically 100% similar like Genshin, not similar like Tower Fantasy. There's some essence that they kinda take between each other, and I feel it's fine. It's called also inspiration. Like, it's very hard right now to find a game that truly 100% original. You usually takes inspiration, something like even Genshin take inspiration from Zelda, right? So that's why it's also quite fair that Wuthering Wave also adapt something like this, where they have their own identity, which is, I say, the strongest point is their combat. It feels very intense. I think among all other gacha games, this is one of the most intense beside PGR, I can confidently say. But also, of course, they take inspiration from the Genshin, where mostly the system is similar, something like that. So that's what you should expect when you play Wuthering Waves. So yeah, that's everything that I want to yap about in this yap edition for Wuthering Wave for the kickoff before the release. I'm still looking forward with this game. I'm looking forward actually for Yinlin. Oh my god, I really want to aim that character. And yeah, I'm looking forward for this game. So I hope you too are looking forward for this game. And if you like this video, feel free to hit super button and like, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.